Retro maniacs. Looks like the boys have a big delivery coming. What could it be? Son of a Centennial Night Scalper, it's Two Lane Blacktop. 55 Chevy.
Retro maniacs, how you guys doing? We got an exciting day today. Well, kind of crappy, and I'll explain why. So, you guys know we're waiting on Two Lane Blacktop patiently, okay? It's supposed to be here on Friday. Today is Tuesday. Well, late last night, I got an alert because I have text alerts for my packages saying that it had arrived in Toronto. And then late overnight, it arrived in Stony Creek. And then this morning, it moved again. And I said to Glenn, maybe we'll have it today, if not, definitely tomorrow. Well, as I was getting ready, just about to pull out for work, I was loading up the canister vacuum. Glenn got a big monster canister vacuum, and I'm going to be vacuuming, doing a spring cleaning on this guy today. My package pulled up right when I was loading the vacuum in the car, getting ready to go to work. The van pulls up, Canada Post, guy gets out with a package the right size. Hey, is that for Neil? Yep. And what I did, guys, because I could not wait to see if it arrived okay, I opened up the top of the box, and let me tell you how these people packed it, guys. It is bomb-proof. I opened up the top of the box. Well, you guys will see tonight, and I'm not going to make you go to work with me, but I open up the top of the box, just straight packing peanuts, and then it's packed again. So anyway, guys, let's get this shift done so we can get that unboxed. Oh, retro maniacs, it's home time. Actually had a really good day today, guys. It must have been 12 degrees out. I cleaned the Mazda from top to bottom, vacuumed every inch of it, wiped it out. Let me tell you guys, don't take little things for granted like that when you're sick, because that was an impossible task when I was sick, and when I'm well, it's nothing, if you know what I mean. But after I got my ankle fixed, I was like, oh, my car's a mess, I gotta fix it, and then couldn't do it because my ankle was broken, couldn't get in and out of the car with a cast, or whatever that was, and then I had something that was wiping my platelets out and making me tired, so it's okay there, bud. I wasn't gonna hit your car. People get nervous when they see the front of my car. Nervous. Just to explain the context to new collectors and stuff, the 55 Chev from Two Lane Blacktop is a heavyweight car. Hard to get, not cheap, and it's not because it's numbered, it's not because it's got details like an Authentics car. The reason I think that it's pricey is because a large number of them ended up with diecast cancer. And they ended up in pieces, broken in pieces, thrown in the garbage. So to get a good example one, it sets you back. From what I heard, apparently when they were out, there was a guy that owned a diecast shop that was telling me he couldn't get rid of them, believe it or not, when they were new on the shelf. So that's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna get into this. So earlier today, what I did is I opened the top of the box because I was paranoid. I wanted to see if it was safe. I opened the top of the box, guys, but as soon as I seen the way it was packed, it had a layer of packing peanuts and then a whole different other packing inside that box. I didn't open it, so we're gonna open it together with you guys, but I know that it was shipped safely. And by the way, it was supposed to be here by Friday, and it's here on Tuesday. Good job, Canada Post. Cannot wait to get into this, guys. Wow. Yeah, if you ever see them for sale, they're usually upwards of 250 bucks. There's another 2 cars, I believe, in that set. Actually, 3 cars. There's a 55 Chev that's a convertible. there's a Daytona, and there's a Challenger. And all three of those I see for $80 or $100. So this set will be easy to finish because it's the 55. That's the real heavyweight of the set. Guys, I cannot believe it's time. I'm just having a customary banana. So, like I mentioned earlier, guys, this is the furthest I went into the box. Once I seen it was going to be okay, have to blur that out. There was an address on that and it wasn't mine. Actually, okay. So, full of packing peanuts. So it's going to make a bit of a mess on the floor when I pull it out. It's one of the reasons I didn't unbox it. But the other reason, guys, is I'll see if I can get some of these peanuts out and show you how this is packed. This is bomb-proof, guys. This was in the Canadian 118 Diecast Collectors group. My favorite group for 118 scale. We bought several cars from in there and gotten great deals from in that group, actually. I got Glenn a Dirty Mary Crazy Larry car for, I think it was like $150 or $125. Like, it was crazy cheap. Mint, and they mailed it, no problem. Everything came mint. Okay. I just want to show you guys how this is. So, it's in a box, and look at this, Glenn. It's a box in a box, and it's totally wrapped in bubble wrap. I did a pretty good job with Sean's. I put a ton of packing material in it, and it was a perfect size box, and I wrote fragile all over it. Okay. So I'm grabbing it by the little lip on here because I don't want to like shake the box to make it come out and like fall on the floor. Oh yeah, they packed it like a champ. Like, that's how you send a 118. But I still would not ship those older ones with the bases. What are they called? Glenn has some. They're the ones that shake off the bases. I'll get the name for you in a bit, but I've mentioned them before anyway, guys. So, yeah, they packed it right. And they even put, look at this, Glenn, cardboard to protect the box's plastic. See, there's the back of the box. Cardboard. So, yeah, they did everything they could do. Actually, this would be the cardboard right here. This is the front of the box. Right side up right here. So they've done everything in their power. And when that mail guy, it was kind of cool. The guy, it was a van. I was, crappy luck, guys. I was literally getting into my car to go to work. Canada Post van pulls up. And the guy gets out with this package and he just comes here and drops it off, hands it to me. Very curious to see if it has any signs of die-cast cancer coming. Hoping no parts shook off of it in transit, because I guess that's die-cast cancer. What happens is doors and stuff come off, trunk lids come off, like where they connect to the car, because the metal gets brittle. But this is, holy crap, guys. Almost feels like they put it in an acrylic to send it, but it just got so much plastic. Hey Glenn, look at this, like just wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got our knife to do it neat, so that's what we'll do, neat. Now, hoping for the best for the box. It looked okay. I couldn't really tell much with the plastic, with the picture. But it looked to be okay. But obviously, the better it is, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to let you guys see the plastic before I have a look at it. And let you guys see the car. Obviously, I've not seen this yet, guys. I didn't just unwrap it and rewrap it. So hopefully it's in one piece. I'm not looking at it yet. I haven't seen it. Glenn?
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, the plastic does have a couple small dimples, but nothing major. Wow, it's strapped still. I didn't think it was still strapped. This is still strapped. Wow, guys. It's got that big door gap, just like in the movie between the front fender and the door.
Yeah.
But the movie has it, so there she is, guys. That is hard to get, and it's not over. We got to open it up and make sure everything's all good to go with it. 55 Chevy Hotrod. Okay, so I'm going to read you guys the back of it. I'll read Glenn the back of it. I don't think he's ever seen the movie.
No, I have not.
Two Lane Blacktop. Their world is a two-lane blacktop. Okay, it was nominated for Movie of the Year by Esquire. In this controversial and acclaimed story of drag racing drifters, the drivers of a Pontiac GTO and a 1955 Chevy battle across the back roads of America for possession of each other's pinks and the affections of a mysterious young hitchhiker. Featuring top hits by The Doors and Chris Christopherson, the film roars across a landscape of unexpected turns and startling twists. Two Lane Blacktop is directed by cult legend Monty Hellman from a screenplay by Rudolph Wurlitzer and features unforgettable performances by Warren Oates, as well as singer-songwriter James Taylor and the Beach Boys' Dennis Wilson in their first and only acting roles. Wow, I forgot that's Dennis. One of the guys in the car, Glenn, is Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay, didn't know that.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. So get one of these signed, you'd have a Beach Boy autograph and a Two Lane Blacktop autograph, but these passed away, unfortunately. Wow, guys. Okay, let's not waste time. Just to show you guys in the box under the light. I just took pictures of it in the box, strapped. It's a special car, guys. Got to get pictures of it while it's still strapped. Guys, very exciting. So before I glove up, I will get it out of the box. So this is still strapped, but obviously it's been out of the box because it's not still sealed. There we go. The flap is not too bad on the box. The box, other than the plastic, but the plastic just has a couple very small, like I've seen a lot worse. Not bad enough. It's nothing I didn't expect and not bad enough for me to complain about. And they packed it like a champ, guys. Like they couldn't have done better. Oh, damn. Okay, so it's still holding the backing with the original tape. So we're gonna keep that on there with the original tape. To new viewers, the only thing that we throw out is the straps that we're gonna be cutting off of it because they cause damage. Everything else we keep, plastic inserts, anything like that, you always keep the box as good a condition as you can. Box is probably 25 to 30% of the value, at least. I know guys, several people, that will not buy a car if it's loose, and I can understand why. Stretch is one of them. My buddy Stretch will not buy a loose car, and I get it. Okay.
And now does the fenders and the hood flop forward?
Forward. Yeah, it's like American Graffiti, the same as American Graffiti, which I will pull out, by the way. Trivia for Glenn and anybody that might not have known this. This car and the American Graffiti car are one and the same. I believe Two Lane Blacktop came before American Graffiti, and then they used this car in American Graffiti. I think. But either way, guys, this car was in both movies. Obviously, it was painted different, but it had the same drivetrain, which is cool. Okay. Obviously, never been off the base. I can tell that. Well, not to mention it's strapped, so I don't know why you would take it off the base and leave the straps on it. So I doubt that. Although I do see pictures on eBay and places like that, people displaying the car in a picture for sale, and it'll have the straps on it. So only 4 screws holding it, guys. This is an older 2-piece base. You only want to do the center 4 screws. You don't have to do these other 4, or else you're going to take it off the base and you'll have to take it off the secondary base separately. So just avoid that and just go right to the 4 center screws. Save yourself time. Okay, it's almost off the base. Should come off right now. Oh, it's okay. So it's got plastic molding holding it. We have to be very careful, guys, because we don't know what we're dealing with. This could have that zinc pest, right? It could be brittle, and I could break it. So we have to be very careful. Oh, Glenn, that's got a nice weight to it too. Wow. And I was telling Glenn, so these are not the proper wheels for the car, for the movie. The car had those daisy rims or whatever they're called and slicks on the back of the car. Believe it or not, there's an ERTL Corvette and an older one. This guy here has perfect rims that people use to put on this and make it right. And there's actually a car by Solito. I'm going to remember what it is. I believe it's either Solito or Maisto that has the correct rims. And it's because it's a cheaper car, and I will let you guys know. But eventually, I might put the proper rims and tires on it because it looks good with the fat tires and proper rims.
Let's see. No, that's like the KRAKs, but the newer style.
Yeah, that's exactly what they are, KRAKs. But in the movie, they were similar, but they were called, I think, Daisy something. I can't remember. They had a name to it, but there's cars that are made by ERTL that have the identical. And you could even put slicks on this. Like I've seen people put the proper rims with slicks on the back, and it looks great. Okay. So is there one more band that has to come off? Yes.
Yeah, one over the roof.
Yeah, and they put the tab on the roof. Now, again, guys, for new collectors, these, a lot of them fell victim to zinc pest, or aka diecast cancer. So a lot of them ended up breaking to pieces, going in the garbage or whatever. Why it affected this car, I actually wonder, because people were saying, well, why did it affect that car? There's other cars that get die-cast cancer too. But this one here, I wonder if it's because it's in primer, because paint is a protective coating as well as making it look good, right? So it made me wonder. It's got a little bit of that oil for storage.
I was just going to mention that I thought it was part of the strap.
Just a bit of oil. We'll give the car a wipe down. It's a little bit there. It's under the strap still, but that is beautiful, guys. Okay, so we're gonna actually, you know what? We won't open the hood first. Okay, so this is so another thing that's not right, guys, in the movie, the back windows here, or actually, was it the front or back? There were the plastic windows that slid. They slid them open, like they weren't the same type of windows.
Like on
that
the
these
old
are.
vans, like the Dodge vans.
Something like that, yeah.
Or some campers.
So this is different ERTL, guys, because maybe not. Thought I've seen pictures of the trunk opening.
It looks like it opens. You can tell at the top.
Yeah, it does look like, and it's moving, but it's acting like it's bolted shut, like Herbie. So I'm just gonna make sure before we start reefing on it.
Yeah, you can tell there's a big slit through here.
Opening doors and hood.
Oh.
Yeah, it might be
bolted shut, like that other car we had.
Like Herbie, it is. Yeah. But I've seen pictures of this car, guys, with the trunk broken off because of diecast cancer. I'm going to investigate it, guys, and Glenn, to make sure that the trunk does actually not open. Because there was a car that we had that I did not long ago that the trunk opened. It was just stubborn. And I said it didn't open. But this, I'm fairly confident that it's... Like, it wants to open, but it's bolted shut. Like, it's... See that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not going to screw with that. Okay, so first thing we'll check. Have a look on the bottom. We're not expecting any numbers. Not a numbered car. We'll go around to the passenger side first. Okay, the door is not broken off because remember, diecast cancer, that's where they start, is usually the hinges on stuff. And don't forget, guys, we're going to get much better lit up shots up on the look-see set. That's pretty dark. See if we can get more light in there. Okay, guys.
I couldn't imagine driving a car like that with that big thing on top of the hood.
You know what's wild, Glenn? They drove it across the country drag racing, and it looked uncomfortable as hell. It was two guys in the front and a chick in the back for a lot of the way, and they didn't look comfortable. This hood scoop, too, is notorious for breaking off these, apparently. Okay, so if it's like my American Graffiti car, you slide it forward a bit and then open it. And...
I mean, in real life, though, I couldn't imagine driving a car like that with a big thing on the hood, the blower.
Oh, yeah.
Because that would block your vision.
So anybody just watching this, you got to slide this forward or else it will not open. It hits the doors. And we're going to compare that with the American Graffiti. I think that's a different motor than Graffiti. I've seen people that made this more authentic. They had the trunk open and they put like the spare tire and toolbox in it and everything. But yeah, so to open this, Glenn, because you can't open it like this because it hits the door, slide it forward and then... I was scared, guys, and Glenn, because at first I was trying to slide it forward and it wasn't going, but it's just because it was so old. Yeah, now it's a piece of cake. Well, let's have a look at this, guys, under the bright lights. Well, let's not waste any time. I think this is going to sit amazing. Wow. Okay, guys. Oh my goodness, guys. The Two Lane Blacktop is up on the Retro Collectibles turntable on the Retro Collectibles look-see set at the Canadian Diecast Museum. Wow. I've never even seen one of these in person. I don't think any of my circle has one. And my circle's got some crazy stuff, you can imagine. But wow, guys, I cannot wait to see it in the pictures. And I brought out something else to go with it. That is my favorite one from the American Graffiti line, guys. Not the 32 Ford, that guy. And I don't think I'm the only one, because out of all the American Graffiti cars, that's the one that fetches the premium. Oh man, despite not having the proper, like I'm not a huge, authority on this movie, right? Like I've seen it a bunch of times, I love it. But there's guys that know this car inside and out. I just know that I'm gonna try to get the proper wheels and rims, which shouldn't be hard to do. The windows, I'm not gonna mess with. Nothing we can do there. And I can't blame ERTL for not trying to put those in. Those were weird windows, man. Inside of it just screams American Graffiti car, guys. And I will show you guys that as well. Now guys, this trunk does not open. The weird thing is the American Graffiti trunk doesn't even try to open, and you could tell that it's sealed, and I don't think it's even got a crack to open. This one is like the Herbie. It's been bolted shut. See that? Crazy. Here you go, you can get a real good look at it. I think the interior, they did a bang up job. You can even see a floor mat there. Might get a better look at it from the passenger side. So the car is 100% solid, but darn, that makes me nervous sliding that. From what somebody said, the American Graffiti cars, the 55, a lot of them were plagued with the same thing. Remembering now, I was reading a forum last night. My American Graffiti car is mint and solid, as this car appears to be as well, thankfully. Looking at it from up top, the dual quads, guys. Now again, we're gonna get some glamour shots of this guy. Oh, that's cool, isn't it, guys? A bit over. Oh, guys, it sits just how I thought it would. Awesome. And I haven't added any extra lighting or anything yet. This is gonna take some banging photographs, guys. Love it. Even though the tires are wrong, and still love it. Love the way it looks. Check that out, guys. Same. Well, other than the tires and the hood scoop, and one's black and sits completely different. One's on Steelies. One's on Craggers. Oh yeah, guys, same interior. The only difference is this one has the skull hanging from the mirror, and it doesn't have a tack. So remember how this one looks, guys, the American Graffiti here? That is close, although this one here has ribbed seats and the American Graffiti didn't. This one here has a tack up on the dash and the American Graffiti didn't. Also, this car, the area where the back seat should be, it's taken out. But this one, it's filled in. It's got like, oh, she's dusty. Gotta wipe my car down. That was in a cabinet, guys. But hey, you could see there's like a cover over it. The engines are quite a bit different, guys, so check that out. There she is. I could at least somewhat get both of them in the shot. It's a weird hood to open and get shots of and stuff, but I can at least, there you go, guys. Quite a bit different. Gotta show you guys both sides comparison. They both got the alternator on the same side. That's about it. One thing I love about this one, guys, ERTL always does a good job with that black. This car and Dom's Charger, Just a little side-by-side, guys. Same car, but worlds apart. Wow. I seen an ad online that it was for a 2-lane blacktop car, just like this, and it had the box and everything, but it had this car, and it was sold. Okay, guys, I can't wait any longer, damn it. I can't wait. Okay, no bullshit, guys. You know what time it is. It's glamour shot time. We gotta, well, this thing's already in the docket, ready to go. You just gotta get the judge up there to judge it. I think it's time. What do you think? Let's go. It might not have the daisy rims, but I love this thing, guys. I love how they made it a little bit different than the American Graffiti car, like the engine. Love how it sits. Look at that. Love how it's in primer. That thing is gorgeous. I'd buy it again. No regrets. Look at that. Both of them together. Man. Gonna be hard to pick the money shot. Oh, here we come. Oh, there it is. Boom. I have no complaints, guys, either to the seller, the way they packed it, what I got for what I paid for it. No complaints at all. Like I said, guys, this is a car I've been watching for almost 2 years. This is one of the ones you do not see cheap. There's people that say, oh, it's people being, dickheads for charging out the nose, whatever. It's not that. It's they don't exist. Like, as somebody that watches Kijiji, Marketplace, and all that, the cars just aren't there. Zinc cancer, again. Thank goodness my car looks to be clean. Speaking of clean cars, you want to see a real clean one? It's one of my favorite ones in the entire house. Glenn took out his rarest car. It's the rarest car in the entire house. I could use the word rare for this. See, my 55 I got is hard to get. I wouldn't use the word rare. I'd use hard to get. This guy here is rare. When that thing's on the turntable, it hypnotizes me, guys. This is that Shelby Collectibles Red Chrome Edition. Easily the rarest car in the house. And when I'm talking rare, guys, try to find one for sale. And I'm not talking about the red. I'm talking red chrome. There's a difference. Just showing you guys, the reason it's out of the box is because Glenn got the proper sized acrylic for it. So he's able to display it out of the box, but protected. Like this, guys, UV protected. Still looks great though, but fully protected. Now this is from Hobby Lobby. This is not a 1/18 scale case. This is a 1/12 scale. The reason he got it oversized is because the 1/12 scales, check this out. This is something I always wanted, something that would work for this, and it was actually Dave H that discovered this. Remember I said the box makes up a big part of that value? Those 1/12 scale acrylics from Hobby Lobby, 1/12, not 1/18, 1/12. You could fit the whole 1/18 scale car in the box to keep the box protected. And one last trick for new viewers. You could save a bit of money if you've got 1/18 scale Cobras by getting 1/24 scale acrylics. They fit perfectly, as you can see. Guys, I am on cloud 9. Not only am I feeling better, but a car that I've always wanted to get just showed up in the mail. It showed up in one piece. It doesn't have any signs of that zinc pest or die-cast cancer. I looked at all the joints and the common spots that it would have it, and I'm not seeing it, thank goodness. Don't forget as well, guys, if you missed the last video, Retro Collectibles is an ambassador of a big event coming up. I'm going to share the links to their Facebook page, Instagram page, and to their web page in the comments, or not the comments, in the description of this video. It's a Canadian Diecast Expo. And I'm going to be advertising that for them because I'm an ambassador for that event. It's the first annual. It's in Toronto. It's a big deal, guys. It's over 3 days, and they're going to have 2 different cars that are just exclusive to that event. One of them is going to be a dinner car that I think there's going to be about 250 made. And the other one's going to be the car for the whole weekend event. But it's a 3-day weekend. Big deal, guys. So keep an eye on that. Go follow their Instagram page because you could follow updates and find out when the date is, when it gets finalized, stuff like that. Well, the event's finalized, just not the date of it. They got to book it closer to, there's some, I don't know. But you'll be up to date on everything, all the new news. And you know, if you're on my Facebook, I'll keep you up on the news about it as well, since I'm an ambassador for the event. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I am on cloud 9 about that. I hope you enjoyed that video. I know I always wondered about the American Graffiti car, if it was the same as that one, the 1/18 scale, how similar they were. Very similar, but worlds apart. So, by the way, I got a message from Diecast Marvels. Remember I ordered one of these? Mine is in. Funny thing is, guys, I was starting to get nervous if those things were even made. Not nervous of Diecast Marvels. The reason I was nervous is the only thing I could find online until today of that car was a stock photograph. It's like they just, well, I guess they did just make them, literally, but usually they have a photograph of, like, you know, some of them, whatever, prototypes, whatever. But mine is in, and he's going to be shipping it to me soon. Sucks it does not have the flag on the roof, by the way, because of that sunroof that's on the roof. But that's okay, because you remember, the project that I'm going to be doing doesn't have a sunroof and will have the flag. And it's going to be the Highway 61. Don't forget, we're going to Giuliano's museum Saturday. He revamped his whole place and put a bunch of new stuff in it. He's got a collection, I'll put it this way, you know the Hot Wheels Retro Entertainment line? He's got every car up to date. Years back. About a 30-year collection he's got. We're going to be going there Saturday for a whole tour of it since he revamped it. And we're still waiting on Dave's car. He's got a heavyweight car coming. It's a 1/18 scale movie car. It's a custom movie car. He dropped quite a bit of cash on it. He will not tell me what it is. He's very excited about it, and he said he wants to see my reaction when I unbox it. So we still have that to look forward to as well, guys. So do Retro a favor and smash this guy for me. Keeps me motivated to keep all these videos coming out, and plus it keeps you guys in the loop, eh? While you're at it, hit the bell notification. Make sure you get my most recent videos, and it'll tell you if I'm online, and you'll get updates about the Canadian Diecast Expo. And as always, guys, the most important thing, always the most important thing, guys, stay safe and be patient and happy hunting.